What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. And yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce and lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there. So please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you're ready to be a family hero. Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get them notifications, there's going to be some information that's going to help you win. And in today's video, we could talk about these new methods, these new scams, these new bank scams, ranging from credit card fraud, check fraud, identity theft, OTP bots, wire fraud, account takeovers. It's a lot going on just dealing with these banks, because banks are basically the jackpot for large amounts of money, because they give out loans on a daily basis. They give out credit cards, lines of credit, all different type of things that pertains to money. People hold their money into these banks. So banks are the biggest industry when it comes to money. Now, wherever there's money being made, there's going to be some type of scam or fraud being committed. And that's just how the world is being set up since ages. If you can make some money doing this, somebody's going to figure out some way how to get over and get the same thing, but not have to pay it back or go through the same stimulations and basically try to get it for free. Because when you do get some money lent to you, you got to pay that back. So people are starting to figure out how can they get that same amount of money and not pay it back. So ever since COVID-19, scams and fraud has been up 600 to 800%. And in today's world, in 2006, is even higher. A lot of people have been on social media. Okay, put it like this. Before social media, before COVID-19, nobody was talking about scams, frauds, none of that. You didn't see it on social media. You didn't see people flashing hundreds and thousands of dollars on social media, making videos. You didn't see that. After COVID-19, that's the birth of the social media perception of the scams and the fraud. Because all these different pandemic loans and things came, and people utilized those loans, those EDD, PPP, all those things fraudulently to get some money. A lot of people got caught. Some people actually didn't get caught. And by a lot of these scams having to utilize credit, and people starting to see that, oh, if I get good credit, I can go into this institute where he's giving out millions of dollars and billions of dollars and get the same amount of thing. Or I can get this business. If I would have had a business and got the PPP loan, I could have got millions of dollars. So now everybody, ever since COVID-19, want a business and get into the credit world, because now they see this is an avenue that can make you some money. When this exact same avenue has been around for ages, but people are followers. People want to do what's working for the next person and what's not working for them, because they're not willing to go out there and see what will work for them. People want to do what's working for somebody else. People believe that what's working for them was these people over here will work for them. But the problem is they go into this situation with the mentality that it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, here you go. And then when they see that it's actually, you got to put in some work, they get frustrated and get mad. And then they go, oh, this is fake. This is a scam. No. So ever since COVID-19, the scam fraud epidemic was created. The perception was created for social media. More people. Now, let me put it to you like this. There were people back then with jobs, working, regular citizens, doing no fraud, doing nothing. But as the years go on, things happen. and people get into certain situations. And it's a lot of people in situations right now in today's world that needs fast cash. They need extra cash. They need to help paying their bills in situations. And they don't have time to go apply for another job. It's going to take them too long, a month and a half to 2 months just to get one check. They're not trying to go sell their bike. They're not trying to sell drugs. They don't got time to build up a clientele and do all that. They want a method where they can do 1, 2, 3. Here go you $50,000. And since the perception of scamming and fraud been on social media, every platform, people flashing money, this method, that method, this glitch, that glitch, this sauce, that sauce, this Bible, that Bible. They're reframing back to that, saying, okay, I know it's a lot of people on social media and selling this method, doing this can help me get this and help me get that real fast. So let me go check that out because I need some money now. So then you got people that's presenting these different methods, from bank methods, CPNs, check fraud, debit card fraud, glitches, a lot of different things. And at the end of the day, this is the real world, and these things are real, because when the government or these companies make it easier for their customers, they're also making it easier for the scammers, the fraudsters, and the hackers. And there's nothing they can really do about that, because if they make it back harder for the people, they're going to lose out on clientele. So people got to start also understanding the difference between scammers and fraudsters and hackers. There are 3 different people who do 3 different things. You see, a scammer is somebody who social engineers, tricks, manipulates somebody into voluntarily sending their own money. They're not stealing anything. A fraudster is somebody who steals somebody's money, goes into their bank account without the victim's authorization to send out money. And that information right there is what actually helps people in that world become successful, because banks only, this is why people target banks. Banks only cover fraudulent activity, not scam activity. People think scamming and fraud is the same thing, and it's not. So when somebody, a scammer or hacker, social engineers somebody into transferring money or gets into somebody's account and transfers things out, that's basically scamming. And on the outside looking in, when the bank looks at it, at that account, and says, you authorize those payments, we don't know if it was you or not. You could be sending this money out to somebody and saying somebody stole it from you and trying to get back on us. So that's why the banks don't cover scams. They cover fraudulent activity. If somebody was to go into your account without your authorization, hack your, compromise your account, and do things like that. And people, that's the lack of knowledge. People don't, that's the first, I was scammed. The banks don't care about that. If you authorize those payments, you're not getting your money back. They're not covering that. So hackers are people who steal information. Hackers don't steal money and things like that. They're more into the information field, because this information is very valuable. So if they were to steal it, that company's probably not going to want that information out. So they're going to hold it for ransomware, or they might compromise and get information and sell it on the dark web, like, or sell it to people who sell those type of things on the dark web, or take over computers and databases and servers and iPhones and cameras and things like that. 3 different people, 3 different categories, 3 different jobs, 3 different people. So people also need to understand that, because people, we just calling everybody a scammer. Everybody's a scammer. Everybody is not a scammer. Everybody doesn't commit fraud, and everybody is not a hacker. 3 different things. Like, everybody isn't a point guard. Everybody isn't a shooting guard. Everybody isn't a center. Everybody isn't a power forward. But they all play basketball. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? They all do different things, but they're doing the same thing. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of new tactics when it comes to banks. People figure out ATM methods, check methods, credit card methods, CPN, pre-built CPN methods, so many different methods. So in today's video, you already know we got another banger with these banks. You know, it's a lot of banks It's a lot of scams. It's a lot of fraud being committed in today's world. And a lot of people use their ATM cards on a daily basis. And there's a lot of new ATM scams and methods that are starting to present themselves. People figure out any and every way how to commit some type of fraud without being seen, without being on the radar. And this method right here is becoming very popular in today's world with these ATMs using glue. And people don't even know about it. People don't even know what this is. So now that you are learning and seeing this video, you know what to look out for when you do go to ATMs to help keep yourself protected. So shout out to ABC 7 News from the Bay Area for the video. Let's check it out.
A 7 on Your Side story about a new type of ATM fraud has exploded on the internet. Scammers using glue and the ATM tap feature have been draining bank accounts.
Yeah, now more victims have come forward saying it happened to them as well. I know I've been telling people about it, Michael. This story's really struck a nerve.
Everywhere I go, people are talking about
how
it.
is glue?
It's amazing. And look, this scam has so many moving parts. It starts with thieves pouring glue into the card reader. That forces consumers to use a tap function, setting up a domino effect.
That guy scammed me last night at the ATM machine.
Pamela Bongiorno showed us how thieves got her money at this ATM.
So what happened?
I inserted my card. It didn't work.
A man in line told her she could tap her card instead, and it worked. She got her cash, walked off, but the next day, a shock.
Why is my account almost $1,000 less?
She found 3 more withdrawals on her account, $940 gone.
I'm like, that happened to me.
Stephanie Berry was amazed to see our story about Pamela and Rob Bell.
I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was just using the ATM.
And Justin Sindelar.
My initial reaction was, wait a second.
So it sounds like people are basically pouring glue into the ATM thing to mess it up. So now they got to tap to pay. But when they tap in it, the fraudster or the scammer has some type of device that's set up for a scammer, probably just getting the information. Let's see.
I definitely did not withdraw that much money.
All used the tap feature at this ATM. All found their accounts drained after they left.
I was so mad. I was like, that happened to me. I knew I should have called 7 on Your Side when it happened.
Stephanie says she tapped her phone at that ATM to withdraw $20, then hurried off because a man was lurking nearby.
But I didn't know if he was being a creep or what he was doing.
Seconds later, a fraud alert on her phone. Did she just withdraw $600? She replied no, but a little too late. $400 was already gone.
And he said, it'll work. I just got money from there. You have to tap it.
The card reader didn't work when Gary Lee used that ATM. Then a man nearby insisted on helping.
He grabbed my card. Somebody behind me said, it'll work.
The stranger tapped Gary's card for him. Gary got his cash, walked off. The next day, all but $5 was gone.
They put glue in the card reader of the ATM machines.
The bank manager told Pamela that scammers pour glue into the slot so victims have to tap. By tapping, the transaction window stays open even after the cash comes out. So, if a customer walks off without closing the window, a thief can simply step up and make more withdrawals. Chase said customers should wait for this screen.
Social engineering. This is another tactic of social engineering. How is it social engineering? Because this is what they're doing. They're lurking around the ATM, and then they see somebody walk up, and then they make, because you already know people be real weary when they at ATMs. They, you know what I'm saying? They trying to make sure, they trying to hurry up, make sure ain't nobody trying to run up and, ride them or nothing like that, because that things like that happen. So by them seeing somebody that's lurking around, they're already weary, like, okay, I don't know who this suspicious guy is or this person is, so let me hurry up and use this ATM. But by it being glue in the ATM slide holder or the slide inserter, it's not working. So now they gotta tap. So by them knowing that it's gonna stay open if they tap, they got this person nervous. They got somebody else that's getting in line. So with somebody else getting in line, it's gonna get them the pressure of hurrying up to try to get their money out and get up out of there. This is a social engineer tactic. So they go get their money and the money gonna come out. Boom. they gonna be so scared that they got the money, gonna rush up out of there, but the window's still open. So the scammers and the fraudsters, whoever who in there, sees that the screen is still open. They ask you, do you want to do something else just like this? They say yes, and then they continue to withdraw money already into the account. And on the outside looking in, it looks like this account was these transactions was authorized because that lady put they information in and did all that. They're starting to figure out new social engineering tricks to do this type of things, my people. Come on now.
Do you want to do something else? Click no to close out the session.
I think I closed it, but you know what? Maybe I left it open.
Bank managers told victims the scam has been ongoing since last fall. Yet, Chase rejected all of their claims, saying they authorized the transaction.
I told you.
Why would
I told y'all. See, this is how scammers and fraudsters are starting to get more sophisticated. They know that if any transaction is authorized, meaning that if it's this transaction was created and sent through your account, that you got to do all the security database and all that to get into, that's your authorization. So they're not sending back, giving you nothing because that's a scam. You got scammed. It's not fraudulent activity. That's what social engineering. They're starting.
I make 4 transactions in one day?
The investigator from Chase just made me feel so icky. Oh, how do we know you didn't steal it? Why would I steal my own money?
I just felt real betrayed.
But you got to understand, that's how it looks like on the outside looking in, that they don't know you. They don't know what's going on. The payments was authorized, meaning that the payments was like from your account. So they don't know what's going on. It ain't no videos. It's like they don't know. So that's why they got their rules and regulations from this type of stuff like this, because people do stuff like that.
You know, I'm not going to take no for an answer.
Pamela filed her claim 4 times before Chase replaced her money. But after our inquiries, the bank did refund all of the victims in this report, telling us we have credited our customers in full.
They only did that because of the report. Now, if they didn't redo that, like if the bank didn't refund them people their money, like if this report didn't come out, the bank wouldn't have refunded them people their money, because they don't want their company to look bad. They want their company to look like, oh, we take care of our customers if anything happens. But they wasn't gonna refund them people their money if they didn't do a report on it. They don't want to look bad on the news, so that's why they really refunded the money. Like, y'all, I be trying to tell y'all, it's a lot going on behind the scenes of all these businesses and banks and whatever that y'all don't even know about. Y'all be thinking everything be on the up and up. These banks, these businesses be having some crazy business going on behind the scenes too. Like, trust me, it's crazy out here.
And are taking additional steps to protect patrons. The tap feature does require entering a PIN for each transaction, but thieves have clearly found a way to capture the PINs. Chase said, cover the keypad when you enter your PIN, look for signs of any tiny cameras, and don't talk to anyone in line.
They do be putting little tiny cameras. Listen, people, you can buy these cameras and little devices in a lot of different places, and people do not be really paying attention to what's going on or their surroundings, and they just people create scenarios to have people in certain situations so their mind won't be in the right place to be able to do certain things like this. So like I tell you guys all the time, it's all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on of this crazy world that we live in. Hold on, y'all, my fault. That we live in. So it's all about staying more safe, staying more cautious, and being more aware. Like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you are getting your Norton Life locks. So make sure. Hold on, y'all. So like I tell y'all all the time, get y'all Norton Life lock to make sure y'all safe. It'll monitor all your financial accounts and social media accounts to make sure no suspicious activity is going on. And it'll also monitor the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is floating around for anybody to buy. You know, people like getting these pre-built CPNs, and you don't want to be somebody on the pre-built CPN. So make sure you guys are getting your Norton Life lock. Also, make sure you guys are freezing all 3 of your credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. If they are frozen, nobody can get anything in your name from cars, apartments, loans, credit cards, or lines of credit, not even you. So make sure you guys are freezing your credit profiles and is why you're not utilizing them. And also make sure you guys are getting new credit card and debit card numbers every so often. We tap, swipe, insert, pay online all day, every day with these cards. And every time that we do, this information is being stored on these different databases. And we all know there's always a database leak, compromise, or hack. So to keep ourselves protected, just think about all the times that you didn't use this card, different places out of town, and travel, and all the different databases where it's at. It's kind of scary. So get new debit and credit cards with new information on it. So if it was a leak, compromise, or hack, and that old information was on there, it won't work and you'll be safe. All right. So make sure you guys are staying ahead of the game. Make sure you guys are paying attention to what's really going on out here in the world, because if you don't know, you won't know what to look out for, and it could potentially happen to you, become a victim of some type of identity theft, some type of fraud or scam. All right. So it's all about being more safe, staying more cautious, and being more aware. Make sure you guys get your Norton Life Lock. Make sure you guys can get new debit card and credit cards and freezing new credit profiles. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hussle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. Oh yeah, gotta show you. Make sure y'all tap in, getting y'all FaceTime 101 Limited Gems lessons. Oh yeah, stay more safe, stay more cautious, and be more aware. Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me to keep going. Y'all motivate me to keep dropping the sauce, and y'all motivate me to keep you entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Make sure y'all you tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke. Let's get to work. FaceTime 101 Limited Gems are $1,000, but for limited time only, I'm doing them for 600. Yeah, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we're gonna go from there. No screenshot, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yo me. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, $250. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the crypto tour in person, limited gems. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on a month-long mentorship. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato app, Millionaire Networking World. Still looking for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the all notification bell. All my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, TikToks, and Snapchats. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world, because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all getting in where y'all fit in with these load ups, $100 and up. Cash App, Bitcoin payment. Send me a screenshot when you're ready. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world, because it's changing people's lives. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.